As much as we love playing the other venues where we do perform, this is really special for us because there's people actually listening. We're not competing with, football game on the television or, all the other stuff that goes on in a restaurant or a bar or a club. So this is really a treat for me. I know I probably speak for all of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we all have that.
This is myself how to play the guitar, and some of the songs have become what you're hearing tonight, or the poems. So
beautiful, very cathartic. So, how did you two find each other then, and start collaborating?
Howard had been playing at the St. George's Country Store. He had a showcase that he had put together with a friend of his, and one night I played. Where did I play?
You played there.
I can't remember what it was for, but he asked me to do one of his monthly showcases, so I did that, and then I asked the owner if I could set up a Tuesday night acoustic unplugged jam session. So we started doing that, where we just played unplugged, and whoever wanted to show up could show up and play and jam. And Howard started showing up every week, and another guy, Bobby, started showing up every week. And that eventually formed our trio that we play in. But the trio doesn't do a lot of original stuff. And Howard and I have so much original stuff that we decided to do an offshoot of that as the Dubai Drifters and do either total original or mostly original when we play as a duo.
And it's been about 3 years now, right?
It's been about 3 years.
Yeah. And when I first started playing with Jerry at this acoustic jam that he was hosting, it was amazing the way we sort of locked into playing together to the point where one of us will stop leads and start rhythm, the other one will take off as if we knew that was going to happen. And now that's kind of the way it is, which I just love that. It's like
you could definitely see the chemistry. It's really good between you two. And the way you trade off.
Up to give this amazing guitarist room to do his thing. And this is a song that I wrote when I was very young. Thought I was in love. It was one of those, you discover love, you lose love, and then sometimes all you have left are the remnants. This is called an unfinished shirt. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That our joy be untrue. I learned from you, my earth mother. We dabbled in Whole Foods and dreamt of a farm. Our home and our world, we'd want for nothing. We'd protect our children from society's heart.
He's awesome. He does everything. He does, rock and roll. We were in a rock and roll band and did a little of everything, Donna Summer and all that. And that was in the 70s.
Yeah.
But then, as a duo, he started going, I think you would sing this great. And I'm like, oh, I actually really like that. Like jazzy songs that I guess the one I really love doing is the man Can't Help Loving That Man of Mine.
Yeah.
I just love doing that kind of stuff. And I was like, gee, I never thought I would. But yeah, he's turned me on to a lot of different music. He was already turned on all different kinds, but I think I've gotten him a little into a little bit of country because I like doing country too. I like
country too. Yeah.
So I like everything.
Yeah.
But he's opened my eyes.
Good. So share with us a little bit of your collaborative process. How does the idea for one of your originals come about?
I usually will bring the song to Charlotte in a semi-complete form, and she will critique it. Sometimes I'm bringing it to her for her to sing. So I'm trying to write from a woman's point of view. And this next set, I'm actually doing one very strongly from that point of view. And she'll tell me if it's authentic, if it feels authentic to her or not. And then, we'll work on her singing it and performing it.
Now, are you writing for Charlotte, or are you writing for all the women out there that can relate to the song?
Well, thank you.
I want to know, Frank.
No, I'm right. I'm writing for Charlotte because I'm always thinking of her voice and her perspective with the song.
Well, this one Frank wrote for me to sing, and I think a lot of girls have felt the way this song, what it's saying. Will be my last. The stakes are much too high to repeat the past. My life's been a maze of explanations. Lord, it's time to use my imagination. No more boys without a clue. No more men who won't be true. No more wolves without hearts. No more love without you.
So I take it, are you the lyricist and you're the composer pretty much?
Kind of, mostly. Like, I finish the songs. A lot of times Kevin will come with just like a line. And I like that. I think the writer, the inspiration needs to be honored. The first intention of the song. So then he, would start with something, a line, a melody. He's really good at hooks. And then I'll just go with it and then put the depth into it, usually. And that's, what do you think?
Yeah, I would say most of the time that's how it works. I'll write the music, she writes the lyrics, but it varies. Sometimes she'll write something, she plays piano, she'll come to me with something, then I'll transpose it to guitar. So it varies. We have a couple different ways that songs can come about, but it's always organically.
All right, so there's a third member of our songwriting team, for this song anyway. It's our 7-year-old son. How many are familiar with the Lego movie? All right. Well, my son, he wants to start playing guitar, so I bought him a little guitar, and we're teaching him. He's taking classes at School of Rock. He saw the Lego movie, and there's the main song called Everything is Awesome. So he and I sat down to write a song, and I had this riff, and he was singing Everything is Awesome. That's what he wanted it to be about. I said, well, that's taken. So how about we say Everything is Beautiful? And we kind of started working that. We came up with a basic thing, and then we gave it to Peg to finish and write the lyrics for. And then we wrote the song. We recorded it in 2 nights last fall, and we entered it in WSTW's Help Our Kids contest. And we were finalists. We did not win, but it was pretty cool.
If you look around, you'll find it everywhere. In a baby's lap, a grain of sand of gravity. Do you hear the magic calling out to you? Will you listen? What you gonna do? When it feels right, your spirit shine. Let it take you away.
I still think it's awesome.
There you go.